Welcome to the pre-race interviews for the upcoming weekend's competitions in Ski Classics Season 14. The interviews will be streamed live on YouTube. And next up is the 12th competition of this season and also the last Grand Classics race of Season 14. But it's also the first out of 3 Ski Classics races in Norway this winter. It is time for Birkebeinerrennet. First, we welcome 2 sports directors from Birkebeinerrennet, Sølvi Amundsen and from Ski Classics, Anton Karlsson. We start with you, Sølvi. What are your thoughts and impressions with a couple of days to go to the Birke weekend?
Yes, first of all, I would like to welcome you all to Norway for the upcoming weekend. We've had some fresh new snow in the beginning of this week, approximately 20-25 centimeters. Which has been groomed in with the old snow during the week. And on Friday morning, the forecast says 20 centimeters of new snow during the day and the Friday races, which we are a bit worried about today, how to prepare. But it will stop snowing at about 7 o'clock on the Friday night. And then we plan the grooming at the best timing during the night. So we have as good tracks as possible on the Saturday morning. So we're working and preparing and we have everything under control. We're just waiting for the guests.
And it's nice with snow. It's a winter sport. So are you enjoying the last days until the competition?
Oh yeah, we enjoy it. But of course not when you're putting up things on the arenas and it's snowing down your neck, but we love it. It has been a really winter with cold and a lot of snow, so I think we have quite good conditions.
Sounds great. And about the course then, Anton, sports director of Ski Classics, can you take us through the 54 kilometers between Rena and Lillehammer?
For sure I can, Morten. Thank you. Let's go through the course for the last Grand Classics event of the season, as you said. For there, and unlucky for Magni, she didn't manage to win Vasaloppet, so we will have no Grand Slam winner this year either. But starting with the course then, of course we have a start in Rena, going from east to west, passing the first climb up at the Raudfellet, which is also a iconic climb, 1 out of 4 this season, which is a point where you get more points in the climb competition. Then we're heading down to Kvarstad and up again for a second climb at Mittfjellet. Then the course changes a bit. It's a bit more flat, going towards Sjusjön, and then from Sjusjön and down, it's much downhill and fast race course down to the finish. And the finish is a bit different actually from previous years. So now we will have more, I would say, more fair, more straighter finish than before. I think the LC has done a super job changing the finish area a bit, and I think we will get some super good atmosphere there and nice finishes. So I think that's it for the race course actually. Yes.
Great. So do we have any questions to Sølvi or Anton about the tracks and the snow conditions or something like that from the audience? And if you want to ask questions, please raise the hand in the Teams meeting. Yes, Leandro, please.
Hello, Sølvi. Here, Leandro from proaxisking.com.
Yes.
Can you tell us how many people are registered for the Birken Ski Festival so far?
For the Saturday race, it has passed 6,000 skiers.
And
for the Friday, we have about 1,000 from Rena to Lillehammer, and we have the relay at Lillehammer also on Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Leandro. Do we have any other questions? If not, we wish you, Sølvi, and the organization, of course, good luck for the upcoming weekend. And we will now, in the next about an hour, meet 7 of the favorites for the upcoming Ski Classics weekend. Jan Srail is unfortunately, or he's on a flight, so he will not be a part of this press conference. But we start with Emilie Fleten of Team Ramudden.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. The winner of Vasaloppet. So you did an extremely impressive performance a couple of weeks ago at Vasaloppet. Can you take us through the race and the emotions after the first win of Ski Classics?
Yeah, thank you. It was just an amazing day. Started off quite not so good by falling after like 50 meters or something, and I thought maybe that was the end of the race for me, but I kept calm and just tried to ski as fast as I could, and when I managed to reach Astrid after about 20k or something, or 30k, I felt like, okay, this can maybe be something good, and just felt good the whole day. But of course, it was a lot of emotion when I crossed the finish line, and knowing that I had won my first race ever, and that was in the Vasaloppet, it was huge.
How tough or easy has it been to reload? Starting your preparations for Birkebeinerrennet.
I felt really tired. The 2-3 days after Vasaloppet, I didn't do much, but I felt good the last week, and I just tried to enjoy some skiing and easy training, and done some intervals. So it's been quite good, and I'm really looking forward to Birken this weekend, and I think it's a race that is really cool, and looking forward to it.
Last year you were third, 26 seconds from the victory. What do you remember from that race?
I remember that I felt that my shape was really good, but I was so terrible at the skiing downhill, like the last downhill to Lillehammer. So Astrid and Therese got a gap on me there. So that's maybe what I remember the most, the last downhill, and my terrible skiing there.
The fact that you won your first Ski Classics race at Vasaloppet, will that affect your tactics or plans for the race for this weekend?
Maybe. I hope that I will ski with more confidence maybe this weekend, but we'll see. I feel like my shape is good, so maybe we'll see. I don't know.
You haven't decided yet, maybe?
I haven't decided yet, so we'll see.
Great questions, and we start with Leandro from Pro XC Skiing.
Hello, Emilie.
Hello.
What do you think you need to improve on Saturday to have a better podium place than last year? Is that your downhill section?
Yeah, that as well. I think it's hard to say, because it's hard to say which shape Astrid and Ida and Magne and their other girls are in. But I think it's going to be a hard race, and that suits me well. But I don't know how, or I know that Astrid becoming second last weekend in Holmenkollen, she's in really good shape. So I think she will be back in her top form this Saturday. So, and Ida as well, I think she's going to be great. So I think it's going to be a hard race. Hopefully I'm good enough to ski like fast the whole way and to have some powers left to the finish. But we'll see.
And do you have any part of the course that you think is more challenging for you, that you need to pay more attention to?
No, I think, of course, the finish is important to me to improve. I haven't been the strongest there, so, but we'll see. I don't know. I just have to see what Saturday will bring and hope for the best.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leandro. Do we have other questions? Anders from SVT, please.
Hey, Emilie.
Hello.
It was really nice to see you win Vasaloppet. That was very well earned for you. I'm thinking of you, if you see yourself as another skier after that victory. You have partly answered that question, but also on Saturday it will be solo women starts later than the men, so that will be a different race. Does that affect your strategy, and how do you reflect on that comparing to Vasaloppet?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I think maybe I feel a little bit more calm. I felt like confident before the Vasaloppet as well, and I felt like my shape was good. But of course, Vasaloppet is a different race because we start with the guys, and yeah, we don't like do the race tactics by ourselves because we have to just try to follow the best guy we can follow, and yeah, that's the thing with Vasaloppet. And now on Saturday, I think maybe I hope I will feel like more confident to like trust myself that I am good enough to like just go for it. So, but we'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see when I take the bib on and how I feel, and yeah, like, do I feel confident enough to like, yeah, just go for it and really try it. We'll see.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. Do we have other questions? What will the last days until the race look like? I mean, I see that you're in the car, so I guess you're traveling towards Lillehammer or Rena.
Yeah, I'm in Lillehammer now, so I have been I'm gonna go to Rena tomorrow, meet up the rest of Team Ramudden, so that's gonna be good. Just gonna have some easy days with training and done my last intervals today, so yeah, nothing more special and than that.
How much, so to say, specific Birkebeiner preparations have you done for the Saturday's race? You will wear, as everyone else, a backpack. How much training have you done with that?
Not much. I think I've used the backpack once because I think I've been really tired after the Vasaloppet, and I didn't like practice a lot with the backpack last year, and I feel like it isn't an issue to use it. So I feel like my tactics is just to have some like feel good at the start and not be too tired. So I just haven't trained too much with the backpack, and I tried it on, trained with it once, and yeah, I feel like it's not a big issue to use it. So yeah.
But does it affect your, double poling technique in any way?
I tried not to think so much about it. I'm like, I felt like last year that I thought that it wasn't much of a big deal to wear it. So hopefully that will be the same this year.
Great. And we have another question from Anders.
Yeah. I agree that the downhill skiing last year made you lose that race, or at least the chance to win it. What have you been working with your downhill skiing since that?
I've been working a lot with Lina. We've been out skiing together and practicing on the downhills. And when I've been here in Lillehammer, I've, of course, done the last downhill a couple of times to just check it out and don't be afraid of repeating what I did last year.
You think you have made a change there?
Yeah, hopefully. The thing is, I've skied that downhill so many times because I used to live here in Lillehammer for 5 years. So it was just really stupid of me to, I don't know what happened last year. So hopefully that will not repeat itself.
And it will be new fallen snow and slow conditions maybe on Saturday, or what do you think?
Yeah, hopefully the guys will make it not impossible to get a breakaway. So fingers for that. Yeah, other than that, it's just gonna have to be what it is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders, and thank you very much, Emilie, and good luck for Saturday's race.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next up, we have Ida Dahl of Team Engcon. I know that Ida also is in a car, but I'll hope we'll reach her in just a short while. We are having some problems to reach Ida. She's in a car traveling towards Norway. We hope that we will reach her in the next minutes. And as you know, will be the 12th competition of Ski Classics coming up this weekend. And for the men's class, Emil Persson has already won the totals. He leads with about almost more than 900 points, and of trio there with Max Novaks, Amundsen, Ragde, and the fourth is Kasper Stadås. And for the ladies competition, it's Ida Dahl that we're hoping to reach in a short while. She leads 25 points ahead of Magnus Medås, and Emilie Fleten is 197 points behind Ida Dahl with 3 competitions to go. As you know, the upcoming weekend's competition, Birkebeinerrennet Grand Classics race, so 300 points will be handed out to the winner. We have a small change in the program, so we have here Astrid, Øyre, Slind, the team Aker Dæhlie. Welcome.
Tack.
You had some really successful and intense weeks. Can you make a short recap of your last weeks with the World Championships with gold and bronze there in Planica, and then your trip to Vasaloppet, and then the historic 50K in Holmenkollen last weekend? I mean, how has it been?
Yeah, it's kind of a lot to adjust to or to digest, I guess. But yeah, the bronze medal was surprising. I didn't expect anything like that on that distance. But then on the 30K, didn't go quite as well, but still a good race on the 10th place there. And then yeah, went straight to Mora in a plane there with some sponsors, and landed about 1:30 in the morning there before Vasaloppet was in Sälen around 2:30, and a short night of sleep, and then straight to Vasaloppet. And actually I felt pretty good at the start of Vasaloppet, so I really tried to win it, but then after maybe 20K, all my energy was gone, and it was a struggle the last 70K. So starting the 50K in Holmenkollen last weekend was tough mentally. I didn't really know where my body was after the tough weekend with Vasaloppet and 30K, and then it was way better than expected, and I was actually fighting for a win. So yeah. Good season so far.
Yeah, absolutely. If we take the Vasaloppet, you were, as you said, really offensive from the start. What were your plans standing there on the starting field?
Well, my plan was to go all in and fight for the victory, and I think the best way of doing that is to start hard and try to catch a good men's group and push from the beginning to the end. But then normally I think I could handle that kind of speed, but not this time. So I think, anyways, what I've been doing, I think I would be struggling because it was just too tough.
You have been traveling, as you said, quite a lot, and competed also a lot last week. How are your body feeling for the upcoming weekend with 54 kilometers of skiing coming up?
I can really start to feel that I have a tough program doing both ski classics and World Cups and World Championships, and mentally it's kind of hard to mobilize for a new race weekend every weekend. But I guess when I'm just on the start line, I'll be ready for whatever, and hopefully my body is in better shape than in Vasaloppet.
Last year, I mean, the race coming up is Birken, where you won last year, a second ahead of Therese Johaug. What are your strongest memories from that race a year ago?
I think the strongest memory is feeling really strong and watching Therese maybe having a tough time. That's the first time in my life, so that's a really strong memory. And of course, winning with the best skier through all times on the start line, that was a great victory for me. And I think that was kind of the moment when Ski Classics was proven to be at a high level too. So I think it was important for me and for Ski Classics to win that race.
So do we have any questions to Astrid? Tove, please.
Yes, hello Astrid from your hometown in Augdal.
Hi.
There's not really many words to describe your season so far. It's been incredible following you, but can you tell us a little bit about the 50K in Holmenkollen, and is the struggle still in your body before Birken?
Yeah, well, I think the 50K, I felt stronger than ever. So my body actually felt pretty good afterwards. But then the last few days now, I've been really tired. So I guess it costs a little bit more than you feel straight away when you do a great race. But I've actually been training a little bit and feeling okay. So I'm offensive. I hope for a good race in the Birken. And yeah, Holmenkollen was way better than expected. I knew I could skate, but I also knew that I had 120 kilometers in my body that the rest of the field didn't have. So
Yeah.
I expected it to be worse, kind of. And maybe the first lap I felt a little tired too, but during the race I felt better and better. So yeah, good memory.
Yeah, great. And the last question, considering the heavy intensity of this season, will you do the same next year, or will you plan a bit differently?
I'm not sure about how I will do the next season yet. It's no championships next year, so at least I won't have to load and do everything around the world champs. But I think it's really fun to do both, and as long as it's possible, I think I'll do a lot of races and just have to take a week at a time. And I won't do a 30K and Vasalopp again, but maybe the rest of the season. I think it's been a success.
Okay. And do you consider yourself the favorite before Birken?
No, well, normally I should be one of the favorites, but then I think I've been double polling a little bit too, not as much as I should. And then I think Emilie showed really good shape in Vasaloppet. I guess Ida is better than she got to show in Vasaloppet, and Silje is really strong. So I don't think it will be a walk in the park. I actually think I will be struggling, but hopefully my shape is still good, and I've been doing enough double polling during the season to hang in there.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tove. Next up is Leandro.
Hello, Astrid. Leandro from Pro Skiing. Holmenkollen is one of the most demanding courses in the World Cup. Is it possible to compare Holmenkollen course profile to Birken?
It's different because in Birken you have much longer, but it's more flat too, but the hills are longer. In Holmenkollen, there you got all the short hills, so you have to be really on edge all the time not to lose the field. And you don't have the same flat area, so you can catch up your breath, kind of. But so I would say that Holmenkollen is tougher than Birken, but I guess Birken will be hard too.
And there's any part of Birken that you need to pay more attention or is more challenging for you?
I think you have to be alert during the whole race. Probably, my guess is that it would be high speed from the beginning. So try to find a good position and not use too much energy up to past Skramstadsäter, and then I guess the speed will be really high up to the top there, and you just have to hang on over the top and then get some rest until the Raufjellet, and then get a little rest before Midtfjellet. And if you're in the group on Midtfjellet, then it should be possible to go for the victory at the end.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leandro. Jakob Hård.
Hello, Astrid.
Hi.
Was it only the body that you were struggling with in Vasaloppet, or was it also the skis?
Well, we tested skis for harder conditions and no new snow. So yeah, my skis weren't perfect, but I don't know if I would have any other results with better skis in the beginning either. But the last 30K was really good, and until then I was struggling a little bit with my skis in Vasalopp. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And Anders from SVT.
Hey, Astrid.
Hello.
You have partly answered this, but I would like to ask you anyway. Is it just that you're a little bit troubled if your body is fully recovered yet, or Your double pooling, since you've been going for the world champs, I guess you haven't concentrated so much. Is it something in the technique there that you seems to miss now that you were doing better before, or is it equal?
I think my technique is good enough, but it's more about the muscle. If you're used to going for a long time in double pulling, or if it's kind of not of the coach sport, so you have to do it a lot to kind of maintain your muscle strength, and I'm not sure if I am strong enough or not. Hopefully I am. I have been doing some sessions to maintain my double pulling, but I just don't know if it's enough.
Okay, one other question. You are better now that you ever have been as a traditional skier, and you're also the best long distance skier. Do you think that your training model that you do now has something to learn younger girls going for traditional skiing and developing there, or is it that you have been doing so much training that you can cope with this kind of training now and getting better and better? What do you think?
I think it's a combination. I think the training I'm doing now is very solid, and I think I'm doing at least some sessions that not a lot of other, at least not all-rounders are doing. So I think it's a combination of doing training right and doing this for 8 years now. So I'm really strong, and it doesn't cost as much, and therefore I can train even more. So yeah, both, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Anders. Do we have any final questions to Astrid? If not, we thank you very much and wish you good luck for the race on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next up, we have a duo from Team Engcon. Hello, Ida.
Hello.
Hello. So looking at your results from Vasaloppet, you had a tough start, but positive trend during the race and climbed to 3rd position. What can you say about your Vasalopp?
Yeah, as you said, a really tough start. So it was quite hard, but yeah, finished up on the podium. So yeah, I was happy about that.
How has the weeks after Vasaloppet been?
Quite easy, I would say. The first few days I took it very easy, and then I started to train and did some easy longer sessions. So haven't been doing so much.
You are now the owner of 3 bibs in Ski Classics. What does it mean for you to be back in yellow for start in Birken? You lead with 25 points ahead of Magni and 197 to Emilie.
Of course, it's really fun. It's a big goal for the season. So hopefully I can maintain that leading.
And if I read the statistics right, you will do your 3rd start in Birken. You were 9th in 2019 and 6th last year. What can you say about your earlier performances and what will be important for this weekend?
Yeah, I think it was quite good performances, and yeah, I'm really looking forward. It's a nice race, a tough one, and I really like the course and everything around the competition.
Great. So do we have any questions to Ida? Leandro, please.
Hello, Ida.
Hello.
Do you have any part of the course on Saturday that's more challenging for you or that you need to pay more attention?
Maybe not challenging, but I think, I mean, in the uphills, I think it will be a very high speed in up the like second climb, first climb and second climb. So I think you really need to be on your toes there to keep up with the group.
And what do you think you need to improve on Saturday to have better results than the previous year?
Yeah, I keep up with the group maybe. Hopefully I've been getting stronger, so I can be with them until the finish.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Jakob from SVT, please.
Hey, Ida.
Hey.
What's your conclusion afterwards of how you were doing in Vasaloppet? That you were so much behind early and then came strong in the end. How have you analyzed it?
Yeah, I had a quite good day, so I'm happy about how the body felt and how I managed to really push the whole way despite a bad start. So I mean, I'm happy about how I did the race, but of course I'm not satisfied with the result. I mean, winning is the only thing that matters in Vasaloppet. So of course it was a big disappointment.
And what was the reason for falling so much behind early? I mean, 2 weeks before in Orsa you were in excellent form, and was it the body? Was it skis? What was it? Only a bad day, or how do you look at it?
No, we missed a little bit on the skis in the start, so but they were much better at the end. So maybe a little bit of both. I don't know, but I felt quite good. So hopefully I will have maintained that form.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jakob. So Anders from SVT.
Hey, Ida.
Hey.
Are you satisfied with the training you've been doing this week? The feeling you have from your body and things you have been doing?
It feels good. So I'm positive about the weekend.
As it seems, as we know you as a skier, the course in Birkebeinerrennet seems to suit you almost perfect. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
If you have to choose on skis that are lean, double pulling uphills or high speed downhill, and they are partially good, but you have to choose, what would you go for going into Birkebeinerrennet?
If the difference is not too big, I think I would choose the skis that were like softer to go uphill on.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
And do we have your teammate Tove there as well?
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah, great. So thank you very much, Ida. And we change to your teammate Tove Ericsson.
Yeah. Du kan ta... Ja.
Hello, Tove. Can you hear us?
Yes, hello.
Yes, you made your debut in Ski Classics a couple of weeks ago, being third in Grönklitt after a really strong race. What were your thoughts and impressions of that race?
I was surprised about the result, but I also realized that it was very tough to do only poling, and especially when it was so flat in the middle of the course, so it was no rest at all for a very long time. So that was challenging.
Last weekend, you took 2 silver medals and 1 bronze at the Swedish junior national competitions in Gällivare. What can you say about your performances there and your form getting into this weekend?
I think it's good, my form. I felt good the last week in Gällivare, but it's also not the funniest way to end the week with always being just less than a second behind the win. But I still think it felt good.
And now it's time for long distance race again. How much specific double poling training have you been doing the last weeks or months?
I've been training the last weeks. I've been training mostly for Gällivare, but after that I did a session yesterday with the polling and try to improve that a bit the last minute before this race.
And how was the feeling?
It was feeling good.
Great. So do we have any questions to Tove? Anders from SVT, please.
Hey Tove.
Hey.
During this season, am I wrong when I say that when you race against the seniors, sometimes you do races that are extremely good, and when you race against the juniors, you do good races, but maybe not at that level as you do when you've done your best races against the seniors. Do you agree with that?
Yes, that's right.
Do you have any explanation, or have you been thinking about that?
I think that the first races in Bruksvallarna, those were good. Like I felt I felt good on the training during the autumn, and yeah, I think those races were good, but nothing extra. Like I feel that is what I can. And then the other races this season I've been doing against olders, like in Östersund in the Scandinavian Cup, and here I think it's maybe that the longer distance suits me a bit better than those 5K and 7.5 we do when we race with the juniors, and also when it's been mass start. I think has maybe been good for me.
Okay. Is it still your mother that is your trainer, or how does it work for you now?
Yes, she's still my coach.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. Next up is Leandro.
Hey Tove, Leandro from proxyskiing.com.
Hey.
Since it's your first Birken, have you already talked with your teammates about the race? Got some tips from them? Maybe from Ida?
Yes, I've been asking them quite a lot about the race and how to think on this race, and also I think that I will get to learn a bit more about that in the upcoming days before the race.
And do you have any specific goals for Saturday?
I will just try to go. I realized in Orsa that you have to start fast to keep up with a good group, so I will try to do that and then see what happens.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leandro. Olof from längd.se.
Yes, hello Tove.
Hey.
In Saturday's race, you will be skiing with a backpack weighing 3.5 kilos. How do you think that will affect you?
I don't know. I think it would probably affect me in quite the same way as the others. So I think it will work well.
Have you done any special preparation to prepare yourself for it?
No, not so much. I think I will test that now in the upcoming days and make it work.
Yes. One more question. When did you decide to race Birken? Has it been your plan all along?
I've been thinking about it for a while to race Birken, but it wasn't a decision made for like early. It's not like something I've been training for us. So.
Were you hoping to race in Falun this weekend?
I was not expecting to race there because I don't know. My results has probably not been good enough for that. But of course, I had a little hope to be able to race there. But yeah.
Okay, thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Olav. Have you decided if you will go the final competitions of Ski Classics in beginning of April in northern Norway?
Yes, I won't race them. I will race SM in Karlsson then.
Okay. Great. So thank you very much and good luck for the race on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And now it's time for the reigning champion of Birken, Andreas Nygaard, Team Ragde Charge. Hello, Andreas.
Hello.
Hello. You were second in Vasaloppet 2 weeks ago, really close to Emil Persson. What do you say about the race and especially the finish?
Yeah, it was a nice race. Fast race, especially from Eversberg to the finish. But yeah, felt better than I feared the days leading into it. But yeah, kind of screwed it up in the last corner. So getting fourth in the finishing straight wasn't the best. But sometimes it's like that. You need to be in position to get the position. So yeah, it was a well-deserved win for Emil, who I think was the strongest guy that day. But if I had played my card differently, I think actually I would have had a fair chance to beat him. But that's racing.
You were really fast the last 100 meters.
Yeah, I guess so. I took quite a lot of meters on Emil, but he had used his energy better, getting a better position. So I had saved a lot and maybe too much too late. So yeah, next year I will try to not get fourth out of the last corner.
How has the weeks after Vasaloppet been and preparing for Birken?
They have been like normal, just steady, nothing special. First few days was quite easy, and this weekend we had a good session with the team, doing 3 times 20 minutes with backpacks uphills, and a good long session on Sunday, and had a rest day on Monday, just an easy day yesterday, and today I had some intervals on the ski erg. So yeah, it's been okay.
I mean, you are doing a strong season. You've been 5 times on the podium of your 6 starts, and I mean, one of them was La Diagonela when you wasn't racing all the way, but you're still chasing the first victory of the season. What do you need to do differently in Lillehammer on Saturday at lunchtime?
I think the races we have done, I just haven't been strong enough. My level hasn't been high enough to win races in ski classics. So I'm actually quite satisfied with getting podiums almost every race. I know how hard it is to win. So yeah, Birken is usually a race that suits me quite well. I have done some good races there the last time. So hopefully I will be up there once again, and yeah, for sure I will try to get a good position in the last 300 meters. There's a new finish this year, so I think it's important to have a good position in the last left corner into the final straight. So that's the plan.
Last year you won a sprint. You were 18 skiers in the front group. I mean, what about the tactics? Have you decided the tactics getting into the final part of the race?
Yeah, last year it was a really strong headwind, so that's the reason why there were so many skiers to the finish. But this year I think there will be tough conditions, a lot of snow on Friday, and it seems like maybe the snow is staying away on Saturday, so it will be quite slow conditions and a little bit loose conditions maybe on Saturday, but hopefully we will stay in the tracks at least in most of the parts. So I think we will have a tough race, and I don't think there will be any more than maybe 5-6 guys coming to the finish, because there's south, or the wind is coming from the east, south, southeast, so there will be no headwind this year.
Questions to Andreas, and we start with Leandro from Pro XC Skiing.
Hello, Andreas.
Hello.
With the weather forecast, do you think that any traditional cross-country skier can have an edge this weekend?
No, I don't think so. I think at least in the women's side maybe, because the average speed will be quite low. But I think In the men's competition, there will be like double poling is the fastest, and I think still that the long distance guys will be the best. But for sure, you have guys like Stenshagen, and if Gunnarsson comes from the Fallen, he will be really strong, and Augdal and those guys. So there will be a lot of competition for sure.
And apart that you said about the finish straight, there's any other part of the race that you think will be important or that you need to pay more attention?
No, I think Birken is it's a straight shooter. You go right into a long uphill, and people are just dropping out from the back door, and the strongest guys are in the front. So I think there will be nothing special. It's not like Vasaloppe or some races where maybe you need to have a better positions here and there.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Next up is Anders from SVT.
Hey Andreas.
Hey.
I like to analyze the races to understand the tactics better and better. Is it something that Ragde could have done differently the last 10 kilometers of Vasaloppet, you think, to get another result, to beat Emil?
Yeah, I think so. It was a hard and long race. But for sure, at least the 5 last kilometers. We should have been more. We got a little bit passive, and when Johan was trying to get away in front, me and Kasper should have been on his skis, not in the back of the leading pack with Emil and Stockton right on Johan's skis. And maybe with 1K to go, Johan should have had an imaginary finishing line on the Auklandbroen or something like that, with me and Kasper on his back skis, so we could have a better position. And I could also have just skied side by side by Emil the last 1K to just get a really heads up. So I think there's a lot of things we could have done better in hindsight, but it's not that easy when you're in it. But for sure, we did not solve it the best way we could have done.
You have partly answered that, but I'm also a little bit surprised that you were 4th at the last corner there. Was it because that you were a little bit tired, so you didn't manage to take the fight for the positions, or was it that you chose to be there and thought it would be a good place, or what happened there?
Yeah, I was actually feeling quite good in Morapark, and the pace wasn't that high, so it was just me choosing to stay behind. But I thought maybe the last corner, the speed out of it wouldn't be that high. But when Kasper stepped out of his tracks and came towards me, I had to stop a little bit. And Stockton coming from the left, we all it just didn't pan out as I wanted. And being 20 meters behind Emil with that close to the finish, it's hard to catch him. So even though he was the strongest guy and the most deserving winner of maybe all times, I could have done it better myself.
Okay, thank you for good answers, interesting answers. I have one more question. You have had a lot of problems this year before the season and also during the season, with a lot of breaks and so. Do you think that you now are at the level you want to be going into Birken? I know you've been so successful the last times you've been racing there. Are you there, or are you still a bit to go for you?
It's a good question. At least I'm feeling better than I did before Vasaloppe. The numbers on the skier today was good. I feel my lungs and my heart are really strong, but I still maybe lack that last 1-2% muscular, like that really pop when you're oozing of energy and always want to push maximum. But I don't know if it's possible for me to get there this year. But I think if I'm guessing, I think I'm the best I've been this season. So I'm looking forward for Saturday.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andreas, and good luck for the race on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Next up, we have another Norwegian skier skiing for the Swedish team XIV, Eirik Sverdrup Augdal. Hello, Eirik.
Hello.
You had strong performances in Grand Clit, being 6th and 7th in the races there. What do you think about your performances in Orsa Grand Clit?
Orsa was better than Marcialonga. That was my first ski classic race this season, and then I did Jizerska. I had some troubles with the equipment, and then Orsa was better with the 6th and 7th place, so I was satisfied with that, and looking forward to Saturday.
The weekends, since Orsa you have been skiing traditional skiing, you have had good results both in Scandinavian Cup and national competitions in Norway. I mean, how is it to combine traditional skiing and the long distance skiing?
I think it's a good combination to go traditional skiing and long distance skiing. It's skiing both competitions, and I think you can be good at both if you and just try to do the best preparations before each race.
You made your debut in Ski Classics in Birkebeinerrennet 2017. What are your hopes and ambitions for the race coming up on Saturday?
Yeah, in 2017, that was my first double poling training. I didn't do anything before that race, so I'm more prepared now, and hopefully I can do a good race this weekend.
And do you have any, do you want to be in a specific position reaching the finish, or do you want to win, or what is the plans?
Since I was 6th and 7th in Orsa, maybe a top 5 would be really nice this time.
Great. So do we have any questions to Eirik? Leandro.
Hey Eric, Leandro from proxyskin.com. Since doing traditional cross-country skiing and long-distance skiing, have you changed something about your training plan thinking on Birken?
From January, I have done some more long passes and trained a little bit more double poling, but you can't just change from training traditional to go double poling every day, because then you will get injured and stuff like that. So, but I have changed some of my training, and my shape in traditional skiing has been better after doing some ski classics race. So, yeah, I think my shape is good now.
And do you have any part of the course that's more challenging for you? For Saturday, I mean?
Yeah, actually I find the uphills most challenging. Many of the athletes in ski classics are really good at the double poling in steep uphills. So maybe that's one of my main challenges on Saturday. Up to Midtfjellet will be tough, and if I'm staying in the leading group from Sjusjøen, I think that suits me better.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leandro. Anders from Swedish Television.
Hey, Eirik. Hey, Eirik.
Hey.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, who's your trainer, and if you have some training partners, who they are?
Yeah, I live 15 minutes from the Finnish area at Birkebeinerrennet race in Lillehammer. My trainer is Marte Kristoffersen, and I actually live. I'm Martin Nyenget's neighbor and best friend. So we do a lot of training together here at Lillehammer.
I can understand that. Good training partner, isn't it?
Yeah, very good. He's one of the best in the world in skiing. So it's a really nice training partner.
Yeah,
for sure.
That you feel that you have a tough task going upwards. Is that a little bit surprising, concerning you are so good in traditional skier and I guess would have higher notifications than the best long distance skiers during heart rate and oxygen uptake and so?
Yeah, it's a little bit strange because my lungs and heart is really good, and but I think the muscles aren't that prepared for this steep uphills, because normally I do not double pole in such terrain. But yeah, I talked to Johan Hoel when he changed from traditional skiing to long distance, and he said the same thing, that he was struggling with the steep uphills.
Do you think it's a question of technique, using your power a little bit better?
Yeah, it can be the technique, and I combined with the muscles. Yeah.
Thank you, and hope you hurry to your home on Saturday then.
Yeah. Thank you.
Next up is a question from Ine.
Hello, Eirik.
Hello.
Langrenn.com. Now this weekend, lots of all-round skiers are going to go Birken. Why do you think so much shoes to go?
I think many athletes want to discover new things and try to compete every weekend if they can. And now it's World Cup in Falun, and there's 8 athletes there, and not any traditional races this weekend. So I think Birkebeinerrennet race is a big race for all Norwegians, and we have this historical race nearby for many athletes. So I think it's a good chance to try something new for many others.
Which one do you see as the most favorite this time?
By traditional skiers?
Yes.
I don't know who's going to race, but I saw Mikael Gunnarsson was going to Falun. I thought he was going this ski classics. Maybe that would have been the guy, but he's not competing. So I don't know who.
Okay, thank you.
As a Norwegian, how important is Birkebeinerrennet compared to other races during the season?
Yeah, it's for sure a good chance to go fast as every other races, but Birkebeiner race, it's a huge race, and it's important to do well.
And finally, how much training have you done with the packed backpack that you will bring on Saturday?
0.
And will it be 0 until Saturday morning?
Saturday.